4, 3, 2, 1, watch me. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Lala and you're watching Lala Level Up. Y'all, I missed y'all. I know y'all missed me too. It's been a little minute. I got a little distracted, but here I am. We're back at it again. So y'all, listen, today's topic, as you can already see by the title, is going to be about toxic relationships. Now, I have been in so many toxic relationships, and believe it or not, I was toxic. I mean, they was toxic too, but I'm not gonna front and act like I was not crazy, like I didn't do a lot of fuck shit, like I didn't contribute to the toxicity in the relationships that I was in. This is about taking ownership, you know? So this video is not going to be just talking about how bad people are and stuff. It's going to be about how I have been the toxic person too. I am not perfect, and I don't even desire to be perfect, but I do have a strong desire to be better than I used to be. So here I am claiming my shit. But you know what? We're going to get into it. We're going to really get into some things in this video. So first, let's start off with, what is a toxic relationship? What constitutes a toxic relationship? So I would say a toxic relationship is one that is unhealthy, where there's no respect, where there is no mindfulness of boundaries and common decencies, where, you know, there's a lot of yelling and fighting and bashing and name calling, tit for tat, manipulation. It's a lot. It can be a lot. Abuse. Toxic relationships could even be someone who you just feel like is holding you back. They don't want you to be your best self, or they isolate you from people. So really, a toxic relationship is an unhealthy relationship. Now, I have been through some shit in my relationships. I've dated men and women, and I'm going to say that people are people. It don't matter what gender you are or your sexuality. People are people, and people fuck up. Hurt people. It doesn't matter if you're with a man or a woman. You can have a toxic relationship in both. So let's get into it. Now, in this video, I can go in on my exes and talk about all the fucked up shit they did to me and how they were oh so toxic and stuff. But I'm not going to do that. In this video, I'm going to talk about me. I want to talk about Lala, what I've done, how I used to be, how I'm trying to be now, but I'm not perfect. I still fuck up. And you know what? I still have some toxic ways. I'm not perfect. I can be petty, but we're going to get into that. So, before, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. A blast from the past. So I was toxic ever since I was like old enough to breathe. I'm kidding. I was toxic since, I don't know, my first relationship. To me, it was just like, yo, somebody does me wrong, like, I'm gonna turn the fuck up. And turn the fuck up I did do. But it never played out well for me. I've done a shit ton of stuff. Sneaking into people's phones, breaking into their iCloud, jumping in front of their car, calling up girls to fight them. What else? Cussing out people in Chinese restaurants, exes. The list goes on and on and on. Chasing people with my car. Like, my ex was trying to get away and I was still chasing her in my car. Like, bitch, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't leaving me. This goes on and on. I've done a lot of crazy toxic things, name calling, threats, threatening people, just a lot of hurt. People have hurt me, but I've also caused a lot of hurt. And you know, the older I get, the more I work on myself, the more I engage myself in therapy and mindfulness acts that help me to connect to my deeper self. The more I grow as a person, the more I understand why I did the things I did and how it all came from a hurt place. Like, people do not just do fuck shit because they want to. I mean, hell, maybe some people are bad people. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. But I believe majority of people are good people who may display bad behavior because they are hurting. And that's not a justification. But I can say a lot of the toxic things that I've done was because I was hurt. And I wanted that person to hurt the way I hurt too. I just wanted them to feel an inch of what I felt. And in the end, it always blew up in my face. When you try to do something to hurt somebody else, when you try to use your words to harm someone, you cannot take it back. What you put into the universe is already out there. And you're going to get it back. Karma's a bitch. And I've definitely experienced that. And the people I've been with have experienced karma too. And that's the thing. Like, you never have to do anything. You never have to take karma into your own hands. God, higher power, whoever you believe in, is always going to handle it for you. You never have to go above and beyond and get revenge and do the most. God is going to take care of everything. What you reap is what you sow. So you never have to worry about God doing what God do. I think toxic relationships are extremely common. You watching this video right now have either been in a toxic relationship or in a toxic relationship or know somebody who is in a toxic relationship. And a lot of times you don't even notice you're in one until it just gets really, really bad and you can't deny it at that point, or until somebody outside of your circle points it out. A lot of times when our friends and families tell us things about the person we're dating, or even about ourselves, if we're being the toxic person like I've been, a lot of times we try to reject that. We try to reject our friends and family. And when we hear it from someone else, like a therapist or a random ass stranger on the street, sometimes it hits a little different sometimes, because the person is not connected to you and they don't have any bias. I think what makes a relationship toxic is lack of communication and feeling like you're not being heard. I also feel like when people don't want to take accountability, they just project their emotions onto their partner to deal with it. I can say for myself, I thought I knew how to love and I didn't. Because I never received the love that I needed as a child, as a teen. When I got into relationships, I didn't know how to love. And I thought I did. I really thought I did. Until I would get with people and I was not showing the love. Or I was showing the love when I was happy. But when we start fighting, I turn into a raging bitch. Now that's not love. That's not how you're supposed to love someone. That's not the right way to love somebody. If you're good, you're when you're good. But as soon as you get mad, you switch up. You say things you don't mean. And I am still learning, still growing. Do I still do toxic shit? Yes, I do. I'm not perfect. Sometimes I can be really fucking petty. Sometimes I have word vomit and I just say shit I don't mean. And then I get upset and then I want to take it back. But I already put it out there. So I'm still learning and growing. But this video is about me acknowledging that I have been the problem. Sure, the people I've done a lot of crazy things. Cheated on me, lied to me, deceived me, embarrassed me, ruined my senior year of high school, all of that stuff, right? But you know, inevitably it just comes down to me, because you can just look at other people all day like, you did this, you did this, you did this, pointing fingers, say you did all this, that's why I'm like this, like blaming someone else. I cannot blame anyone else, because even if somebody hurt me, I'm in control of my own emotions. I have self-control. So when I choose to do some toxic shit, like, that's on me. And it's like, why be toxic when you can just leave the relationship or try to get help? Like, don't just, if you see that you have toxic characteristics, you should be working on that. You shouldn't just be toxic and then be like, okay, well, this is just who I am and how I am, and whoever I'm dating has to deal with it. No, like, no, that's not good. If you really want love and you want to settle down one day and get married, if you so choose, or have children, if you so choose, you want to make sure that you are coming together with that person healed, healthy, and ready and willing to love with an open and vulnerable heart. Love is very vulnerable. And when you're being toxic, that's when you have like anger in your heart. You shouldn't have anger with your lover. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not easily angered, you know? And even if you do find that you're the toxic person, you can change. You don't just have to settle for that. You don't have to settle for that. You can realize that, be aware of it, and make changes. You can always work on yourself. It's never too late. You're never too far gone where you're just like, you know, I just don't believe that. I feel like people can be restored and become a better version of themselves, you know? It all starts with awareness. It all starts with you. It all starts with wanting to change. If you don't want to change, you're not going to change. You're not going to put in the work. I see that I can still be toxic in some ways. And I didn't really notice until I kind of started dating again recently. And I'm like, damn, like I thought I kind of moved past this stage in my life of toxicity, being the toxic girl. But I guess I have some qualities still left in me, and I'm being honest. Like, I'm being honest. Like, I'm not gonna come up here and tell y'all don't be toxic, and I'm still toxic. Like, nigga, I'm trying. I'm trying to love. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep working on myself. I'm gonna keep trying, you know? Because you can't never give up on yourself, ever. If you want real love, you're gonna heal those broken parts of you because you don't want to hurt your partner. You want to come healed, happy, and ready to love. So on that note, you guys, that's how I'm going to finish today's video about toxic relationships and how I've been toxic as fuck. But you know what? We're learning, we're growing, we're getting better, we're leveling up. Ain't we? Ain't we leveling up? Guys, I want to thank you so much for being here today, for spending some time with me. Remember that you are limitless. You can have whatever you desire. Make sure that you leave your comments below. And don't forget to subscribe on your way out so you can be notified when I post my next upload. Again, guys, thank you so much. Until next time. Lala, level up.